Hey guys, you want to know what it's like living in White Rock, British Columbia? Well, we got you covered. Stay tuned for the rest of the video. Hey, so this is the channel that you need to be on to learn about everything in regards to eating, sleeping, living, and breathing in Vancouver, British Columbia, and the rest of the surrounding areas, guys. So if you ever have any questions about moving here, living here, whatever the case may be, right? Text us, call us, email us. Our email and phone number is listed below, right? So moving on, guys. All right, so let's move on into living in White Rock, British Columbia. So I know you guys probably have a lot of questions in regards to what are the prices, how is it like to live out there, and like what's the environment of living out there, right? So in regards to just moving out there and housing prices and stuff, it's not cheap. I'm gonna tell you guys right from the start. So just the average price of a house there is listed at about $1098. So $1,098 is generally how much you're gonna be paying on average for an actual detached home. But if you're looking at like, let's say townhouses and condos, then it does get a little bit cheaper. So a townhouse is listed at like, the average townhouse is about $550. You could get some cheaper, you could get some a little bit more expensive. Again, it does ultimately depend on your situation. And then an apartment costs you around like $414. If you're looking to rent an apartment, that's gonna cost you around like $1,700 a month, just minimum like a 1-bedroom in the city. So at least that kind of does give you an idea. It is a little bit more expensive than the other suburbs in Surrey, but it is a little bit less expensive than, let's say, the actual city of Vancouver. And then when looking into, taking into consideration like the type of people that live in that area, White Rock, British Columbia was actually an area for a lot of like retired and older couples and a lot of older families moving out there. So you'd see a lot of people, usually anywhere from, let's say, 60 plus living in that area, right? Usually like retirees or people that, you know, their families have kind of moved out of the home and, you know, they just kind of want to have some nice quiet living near the beach or in a nice little community like White Rock, where everything's located close by. Honestly, like everything's within like a 5-10 minute walk, right? So if you want to get to the beach from downtown White Rock, it's going to take you about, like, walking, I'd probably say like 15 minutes, but driving around like, actually like maybe like even 10 minutes, right? But like driving around like five minutes, right? From just downtown White Rock. So that is one of the positives, again, to take from there, right? But in regards to like, let's say the younger generations, so like people that are anywhere in their mid 30s to like early 50s, those types of families with a lot of younger children and stuff like that are starting to move out to South Surrey for a reason, right? The private schools out there are really, really good. There's Southridge Private School. It goes from kindergarten to grade 12. That's actually a really fantastic school. And then just the public schools in general are really, really good public schools out there, right? So even the public schools, the high schools like Earl Marriott, and then even like the elementary schools in the area are all really good too. And then just in general too, like the main reason why lots of families love to move out there is just the close proximity to everything, right? So White Rock Beach is literally right there, right? And when you go to White Rock Beach, there's so many things to do there, right? Whether that means kind of getting out in the water, going boating, just getting out there and just doing whatever you want, really, like swimming, whatever. And then going out to the pier, playing volleyball on the beach with your family and friends, going to any of the stores and just eateries that are located in that close proximity. So I know some of my favorite places are like PJ's, Jamaican food. So they got some amazing Jamaican food there. They got Jamaican jerk chicken. They got like oxtail, they got curries, they got like so many things, right? So even for vegetarians, like I'm vegan myself, so they got like veggie curries, stuff like that. So there's lots and lots of things for you guys to try. And then there's Wooden Spoon, which is a fantastic place for, let's say, like brunch. And like they're open for like all day as well, but like usually their main specialty is brunch there. So that's like a fantastic place to go on Saturdays and Sundays with the family, eat breakfast there or whatever. And then there's Two Guys Sushi and Seafoods. That place is really great too. So again, like all your sushi needs and seafood needs, that place is fantastic for that. You know, if you want fish and chips, if you want California rolls, like whatever, right? That place is the place to go. And then there's Laura's Coffee House, which is this great place, a little local family coffee shop in the area. They got like a lot of great baked goods. It's not just coffee, right? And then they do have like fresh coffees, espressos, stuff like that. So for all you coffee lovers out there, you got that too, right? And then again, sticking with the concept of just like younger generations and even older people alike, there's 2 brewing companies that are actually in there. There's Three Dogs Brewery, and then there's White Rock Beach Beer Company. So both those places are fantastic if you guys are brew fanatics like myself, right? If you guys really love to try your beers and try the local breweries and just try all the other beers that are in the area, right? And then they got local beers and then different types of other beers as well, right? Not even just beers, I think they got other stuff as well. So that's actually another fantastic place to go, right? And then just another thing to take into consideration, guys, is like just the close proximity of where White Rock is located in Vancouver. So the highway that's literally right right off of White Rock doesn't really depends ultimately where you're going to move, but anywhere from your house or where you're located, it'll take you about 5 to 10 minutes to get on the highway that leads you to Vancouver. And then that same highway also leads you to the US border, right? So obviously for now, that's closed, but when that does open, that's actually a fantastic place to go to too, right? Get cheap gas, cross the border, go shopping, whatever. And then also it's just a really easy commute to get to the rest of the Lower Mainland too, because it takes around like anywhere from, let's say, like 45 minutes to an hour to get to, I'd say like downtown Vancouver, but just to get into actual Vancouver, it takes you about 45 minutes. On a good day, maybe even like 30 minutes, right? So again, just a few things to take into consideration for why this area is just such a fantastic place to live, right? And just so you guys get a little better idea for how much that stuff actually does cost. So generally, let's say just getting a cheap, inexpensive meal in White Rock is going to cost around like $14. But let's say if you're eating at, let's say, a mid-tier or somewhat of a high-class restaurant there, it's going to cost you about like $27.50 per person. So again, it's not too expensive, but when comparing that to Vancouver, it is a lot cheaper, right? And then just lastly, like I was telling you guys, there is a lot of stuff to do in the area, like whether that is like the South Surrey Rec Center, whether that be all the amazing eateries in the area, all the things being located close by, the people in the community, the views you get, the close proximity to everything. Like, as you guys could tell, White Rock is a fantastic place to live. So you can understand why it has a special place in my heart and why so many people in this area enjoy moving out there, guys. So again, if you guys have any questions or feel like there's any other topics, just let us know. Click the link on the side and just continue to watch more of our videos too. And then also click the link at the bottom and subscribe to our videos. And then every week we're going to try to put out at least 2 videos a week. So continue to try to just watch those as well, guys. All right. Hope you guys enjoyed it and have a nice day.